Welcome to the era of the VRO57 Veritech Super Cyclone motorcycle. Buckle up, because I'm Susano-o Tachibana, lead engineer at Ame-no-Uzume Dynamics, the premier racing tech company you've never heard of yet. We operate under the financial lightning bolts of Hachiman Capital, a VC firm led by the fearless, and coffee-fueled, CEO Inari Ōkami, who once convinced a robot to meditate. Here's how we're using all this cutting-edge manufacturing wisdom and Cyclone tech to build the ultimate racing machine. General overview, the VRO57 Veritech Super Cyclone. What's the VRO57? Think of it as a motorcycle that moonlights as a mecha when it's not busy breaking speed records. A flexible and modular powerhouse designed for racing dominance, but also capable of smirking at the laws of physics. Factory-level versatility. Our assembly line at Ame-no-Uzume Dynamics doesn't just build bikes, it crafts legends. Like Factory 56, we've gone full digital, flexible, and green, meaning our production facility has fewer wires than your last bad date and runs entirely on renewable energy. Digital integration, digital twin technology. We created a digital twin for the VRO57 so precise, it once argued with a real bike over whose aerodynamics were better. Every racing scenario is simulated, tested, and optimized before the rubber hits the road. Smart supply chain. Using predictive maintenance and AI, we know when a part might fail before it even considers giving up. Supply chain tracking ensures every screw, bolt, and railgun gets where it needs to be. Paperless production. Our mechanics use smart tablets and not clipboards. Clipboards are for people who don't know the future is here. Flexible features, modular weapon systems, for legal races, of course. The VRO57 can switch from race mode to battloid mode faster than your mom can text "Where are you?" Breathing assembly lines. We stole this idea from Factory 56, where production lines can expand or contract based on demand. Our bikes adapt mid-race by optimizing their performance systems depending on track conditions. Driverless transport systems. Who needs forklifts when drones bring every part to its designated workstation? Green sustainable co-neutral racing. The VRO57 is powered by an advanced photovoltaic fuel cell hybrid engine, which means you can race hard and still hug a tree afterward. Eco-friendly build. Even our helmets are made from sustainable materials. Don't worry, they're still tough enough to survive a 200 mph wipeout. Blue sky architecture. Our workshop's glass roof floods the space with daylight, ensuring the team stays cheerful while calculating the odds of surviving a mecha tackle. Lean manufacturing meets racing excellence, minimized waste. At Ame-no-Uzume Dynamics, we channel the lean philosophy: no excess material, no extra effort, and absolutely no paper Mac prototypes. Every process serves the end goal: race day domination. Virtual training for mechanics. Our team trains using virtual reality simulators because why bother with greasy hands when you can practice perfect trenching in the metaverse? Racing with humor, because why not? The VRO57 Veritech Super Cyclone doesn't just race, it flexes. This bike is so advanced, it once applied for a job as an F1 car and got shortlisted. Inari Ōkami's mantra: if you're not laughing in the pits, you're not racing hard enough. She insists we keep a karaoke machine in the shop because great ideas come while butchering A80s classics. If you want a racing machine that combines Factory 56 brilliance, lean manufacturing precision, and Cyclone mecha madness, you know where to find us. Let's ride into the future, one ridiculous innovation at a time. Page 2. If your VRO57 Veritech Super Cyclone was a character in a samurai epic, what fatal flaw would it have, and how would it redeem itself in the third act? The VRO57 would be that cocky samurai with the sharpest blade and the flashiest moves, but guess what? It's terrible at teamwork or wants to charge headfirst into the battlefield alone. The flaw? Over-reliance on individual brilliance instead of working as part of a synchronized team. But here's the twist: in the third act, it learns the value of its squadron, bonds with the other machines in Factory 56, because they're all connected, right? And becomes the linchpin of an epic victory. In real terms, that's us leaning too heavily on cutting-edge tech and forgetting the human element, or something we're addressing with smarter workflows, intuitive designs, and keeping our engineers caffeinated and sane. Redemption achieved. If we gave you $25 million today and told you to cut your projected production timeline in half, what corners would you cut, and how would you sleep at night? First off, if you're handing me $25 million, I'm sleeping just fine on silk sheets. But seriously, we wouldn't cut corners, we'd cut noise. First, we'd double down on automation in areas where it makes sense, like modular assembly and predictive maintenance. Next, we'd pull in some midnight oil engineers from our Shadow Chronicles division, think Navy SEALs of manufacturing, to work on the double-tap timeline. Yes, the breakroom's custom organic kombucha bar might take a hit, but hey, sacrifices must be made. As long as the bikes roll off the line faster than a photon torpedo, I'll sleep like a baby because nothing keeps me awake like an unoptimized production cycle. What's the one problem you hope we don't ask about, and why haven't you solved it yet? Oh, you caught me. Fine, here it is, tire degradation at max speeds. The VR057 loves to push the limits, but when you're clocking high G-forces in the race, those rubbers tend to disintegrate faster than my last stock portfolio. Why haven't we solved it yet? Because solving it means developing materials so advanced, even the gods of engineering would blink twice. But here's the silver lining, we've got a crack team working on an experimental polymer blend that could outlast the apocalypse. I hope you don't ask because, well, it's not ready for prime time yet, but when it is, we'll redefine what durable means. How's that? Funny enough for the boardroom, and serious enough to earn their $50 million check. Let's ride. Page 3. Alright, let's talk about the KPIs and how this sweet $50 million series of funding will supercharge them, turning our Veritech Super Cyclone operation into an unstoppable lean, mean racing machine. Buckle up because this is where charisma meets cold, hard numbers. Current KPIs and the funding glow up. Let's break it down by where we are today, and how the funding flips the script. Occupancy rate, 82%. Right now, we're sitting pretty solid, but 82% is like a B in school. It's fine, but we're aiming for A+. With funding, we'll turn 110 EVR057 Veritech Super Cyclone Avenue into the hub for engineers, mechanics, and daredevils alike. Think of it as the Tesla Gigafactory, but with more caffeine and fewer PowerPoint slides. Target KPI post-funding, 95% plus occupancy. The place will hum like one of our Cyclone engines. Net operating income, NOI, $134,750. We're cruising on decent margins, but the additional cash lets us invest in more advanced assembly lines with Industry 4.0 tech, slashing production inefficiencies. Expand production capacity to meet the demand curve we know is coming. That NOI is about to go turbocharged. Target KPI post-funding, $200K plus. Debt service coverage ratio, DSCR, 2.02. Our DSCR is solid, but with $50 million, we can obliterate debt pressures with stronger income streams. No more worrying about making payments while ordering bespoke railguns. Target KPI post-funding, maintain above 2.0, we're responsible and barred us. Capitalization rate, 10%. Our current cap rate is good, but scaling revenue via new leases, engineer expansion, and production capacity means we'll maintain that while driving up valuation. Target KPI post-funding, hold steady at 10% while doubling effective output. How our project management plan affects future KPIs now. Let's talk about the future because you're not investing in today, you're buying into the empire we're building tomorrow. 1. Powering occupancy with flexible, team-focused spaces. Our project management plan will introduce smart layouts, app-based shift scheduling, and breathing spaces with daylight streaming in from blue sky architecture. Our engineers' occupancy count, EOC, will skyrocket from 10 to 25, ensuring every square foot works as hard as a VR057 railgun. Future impact, occupancy rate at 95%, with happier and more productive engineers. 2. AI-enhanced production queue quality management. We're integrating predictive maintenance and AI-driven quality control. No more wasted time fixing errors after they snowball. Our effective gross income, IG, climbs as we hit every delivery deadline like clockwork. Future impact, IG jumps to $450,000, and ROI drops below 50%. 3. Market rent ROI optimization post-funding, will upskill our team, improve production efficiency, and create a literal race to the top. Our market rent versus in-place rent will equalize as tenant credit quality rises from B to a solid A rating. Future impact, in-place rent hits $22.29/SF, IRR moves to 12%, and our NPV gets a 30% boost. Funny but true. Closing note. Hachiman Capital, here's the deal, this is not your average motorcycle company. We're not just building the VR057, we're crafting legends, one turbocharged, samurai-inspired, AI-optimized racing masterpiece at a time. With your $50 million, we're not just scaling KPI, so we're creating a new category of machines. And hey, when the dust settles and the Cyclone wins its first international racing title, you'll look back at this funding round and realize, that was the day you joined a dynasty. Let's ride.